Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Felicia and today I'll be talking about hair loss. I want to say a disclaimer. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional in any regard to any of the material I'll be discussing. This is just solely based on experience. I myself am recovering from hair loss, and as you can see, my temples are growing back. So these are things that I've done or things that I've read about or done research on that have helped with my journey, and I'm hoping that I can share this information and it can help others. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is stress. So when I first noticed my hair falling out, this was I want to say going on 3 years ago that I started noticing it. I was at a really stressful job and I started experiencing panic attacks for the first time in my life, and that led to me developing eczema. And during that same exact time, I noticed my hair was falling out. I was losing about 2 to 3 times more hair during my wash routines than I ever had before, well, except for postpartum, but I'll get there later in the video. So I knew something was wrong. So at the time, I chalked it up to the stress levels from that job. So that leads me to the second thing that could be causing hair loss, which is vitamin deficiency or hormone imbalances. So after I had my son and went through postpartum and recovered from postpartum, I noticed my hair was still falling out. So I was like, okay, well, now I'm managing my stress levels, so what else could be going on? So I went and got a full panel of blood work done, and it turns out that I was vitamin deficient. I specifically was low in iron. Well, I had iron in my body, but my body was not absorbing the iron properly. And I did further research, and some things that I learned that were causing that was high levels of caffeine. So I cut back my levels of caffeine, and then I noticed that my hair stopped falling out as much. So you could either A, have a poor diet, which means that you're not getting the proper nutrients and vitamins that you need to sustain a healthy blood flow and hair growth. Also, if you notice if you have brittle nails, that could also be a tell sign that you are vitamin deficient. So those two things are linked together. So you can get the blood work done at your doctor's to determine if you are low in vitamins, and then do research to find some multivitamins that could help with that. I heard bone broth is good. Iron blood builders, that's something that my hairstylist told me about that helped with her journey of hair loss, and probiotics, and also collagen peptides. So you can look into those things. So also, I'll kind of segue into childbirth and postpartum. So you do go through a period, some women don't know this, you go through a period of hair growth during pregnancy due to all of the extra blood circulation and vitamins that you're taking. But then after you deliver your baby and your hormones level out, you do lose hair for several months following the birth of your child. So also, you could be on pharmaceutical drugs or birth control that's causing your hair loss. So do your research on any drugs you may be taking, and also talk to your doctor and see if they can give you advice based on any side effects of anything you may be taking. You could also have a scalp infection or clogged pores. So a lot of times when you see dandruff on your scalp, it could be a few things. It could be from products that you're using, or it could be from fungus or mold or a scalp infection. So you want to make sure that you always have a clean scalp. You don't want to use too many heavy oils or products directly on your scalp. You want your scalp to be able to breathe. And if it is extreme, if you have an extreme case of dandruff or any signs of infection, you can go get a scalp biopsy at a dermatologist to get a diagnosis to see if you have anything going on your skin. Also, Of course, this goes without saying, aging unfortunately causes hair loss, especially if it's hereditary. So if your grandparents or your parents have hair loss, early hair loss, then you may also have hair loss. So I read that I believe 40% of women experience significant hair loss by the age of 50. So that's something to be mindful of. And, just monitoring all these other things can help with that. And then of course we have chemical processing. So if you're putting harsh chemicals directly on your scalp, like relaxers or dyes or keratin treatments, anything of the sort, or heavy proteins, those things can affect the health of your skin. Those things can get into your pores and cause chemical damage and cause hair to fall out of your follicles. So that's something to be mindful of. And then also tight hairstyles like tight buns, tight ponytails, even wigs can pull your hair out. I don't do any tight hairstyles. I do loose buns, sometimes slick backs, but that's very rare because I do understand it causes the hair to pull, it causes tension, and it causes breakage where the elastic sits. So I try not to do that. But also, I've noticed that some women who wear wigs, even if it's just a clip-on wig, where their clips go into their scalp, it pulls their hair out. And it's really hard sometimes to get that hair to grow back if the follicle has been permanently damaged. So that's something to be mindful of when you're wearing wigs or tight hairstyles. So that is all for hair loss. I hope this helps somebody because I'm just now recovering from a 3-year-long journey of hair loss, and it's not fun to deal with. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything that may help, please leave it down below, and please subscribe if you want more hair related videos, mom videos, or just life in general. I also plan on doing travel vlogs. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to some of you.